Grab that right there. Are you ready? Is you ready?
Ready.
You say you ready. Whole squad ready.
Ready.
Is you ready? Are you ready?
Ready.
Is you ready? Whole squad ready. We came here to see Jet. What you got? No, no, no. Not on my watch.
No way.
Here's Jordan Love.
He is a fun player to watch. Fascinating evaluation, the difference between last year and this year with him.
4.65 for Jordan Love.
That speaks to his athleticism.
You know, this is a short route, but one of the things you get to learn just watching these guys run the route is who really has an understanding of route running. This route, you're not going to get the full speed. So the guys that know, all right, in these 10 yards, if I can rev up and make it look like I'm running, I can roll right past that defensive back that's still thinking I'm running the 9 route when I'm running this 3 route. That's what we call this roll out a 3 route.
Jordan Love spinning it pretty well here.
He throws the ball very effortlessly.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah. So,
all right, here's Love. His feet look pretty good, Kurt, for not having done a ton of it.
You know, I watch it, and the big thing is I don't want to see his feet ever come together. You know, when you get to the top of the drop, you want to see that base so you stay in a passing position. You see it right there. Just a little push, small little hitch, ball out, exactly how you want to make this throw.
These guys are going in at full depth compared to the other guys, the other group.
that's correct, sir. And we're going to be having free agency coverage coming up. Short order.
Man, that comes out nice from Jordan Love.
He's gotten better as they've gone through these drills. Early on, he was struggling a little bit. The ball was coming out funny. He seems to kind of be relaxed now, and the ball is coming out nice and smooth. Not a lot of wasted motion.
Wow, he's got the
MJ tongue going there
just-
when we saw Matt Patricia's comments after it was discussed that Matthew Stafford might be traded.
correct. Yes.
And his stance on it versus what we've heard from the Raiders, there's 2 different stances on whether potentially they could be looking at a different quarterback.
There's been no full-throatedness, right?
Yes, correct. That's my point.
Hey, DJ.
Yes, sir.
With the Jordan Love, and you're talking about him moving up, is he a guy that plays, or is he a guy that sits back and allow him to develop and mature a little bit before you throw him out there?
Oh, he's a redshirt for me, Steve. I'm a redshirt him for a year and work some things out and develop him with the big payoff down the line.
Well, certainly if you're going to continue the Mahomes comparison.
I didn't start the Mahomes comparison, but technically he did sit for a year.
Don't forget.
We've never needed Love more than we need Love.
Nice, huh?
Great throw, Jordan Love.
Let Love rule. Yes.
Y'all got to turn everything into a
Nice
locker room.
ball.
Why do you have to turn everything into a locker room? Can we get to the field? Let's get back on the field.
One bringing fur coats into the locker room.
What do you think of Ian's report that you're looking maybe top 10 for Jordan Love?
I mean, it's not the crazy. He's my 18th player coming into the combine. They can fill one of those other ones early, and you can swing back around for some of these wide receivers.
They also have some offensive linemen on their roster who are not agile, who are not the type of offensive lineman that Matt Rule likes to use in a running game. These are guys who are heavy, lean. They lean on you a lot. They aren't guys with swift feet. They aren't like the Ryan Khalils. These are guys who are really stiff in the hips.
It all goes to C2 Children's Research Hospital, every penny. And I thank those who already donated.
I don't think your head's that big, by the way.
Clock at 2. Love, here comes the rush. Love has a lane to run. He throws, and it's caught. Touchdown, Jaden Reed. That was a missile by Love, and what a drive by the Packers.
Down and 3 for the Packers here. They go empty again. 2 right and 3 left. 49ers bring pressure. 2 inside backers come down the sideline. Romeo Doubs a touchdown. Waggle movement of the quarterback off of it. Second down 10 for Jordan Love. 4-man rush. Starts one over the middle to Dobbs. This one he catches near to a first down. Oren Burks, the former Packer, in on the tackle.
Rookie is battling him.
Now we're going to see him later. Jordan Love now going to roll right. Again, DeGuara, the tight end. Oren Burks, the former Packer, and Darquez Denard makes the get off. See how they get off the ball here. It's Drake Jackson, number 95. Romeo Dobbs with the catch. And fouls jumping inside as well. They bring pressure. Love. The high ball got high, and it is caught by Winfrey on the ricochet away from him. Percent passer. This one's caught, and it'll be a Green Bay converting on third down and a touchdown. Davis takes it right down to the goal line. That is
Now with the Rodgers off to New York, Jordan Love is preparing for his first season as QB1 with the Packers here. The former first-round pick has thrown just 83 passes in his first 3 years in Green Bay. Now it'll be his turn to take over and start a new era for the Pack. Here's more, let's just say love at OTAs.
Definitely. For the most part, OTAs, I was doing most of the #1 reps, but it definitely feels different just being the guy. Kind of not looking over your shoulder, just being able to control it in your own way.
Jordan, what is it being out there? You're the guy. Is it, the first official OTAs this week?
Feels good. I think there's a lot of energy out there. I'm excited to be out there, being the guy, excited to be around these guys and just get a chance to get more reps and just start building that chemistry with everybody.
How would you define a successful year for him?
Well, don't screw it up, right? They won, 8 games last year? Get them to at least that mark or a little bit better. Show that you are a professional football player at the quarterback position in the National Football League. Show us that you've evolved since sitting on the bench. Show us that, hey, what the Green Bay Packers saw in practice and what little bit of game play that you had, that you've learned from it, that you've gotten better from your first year in the National Football League from Utah State. I think you'll be successful. I understand that he can't be Aaron Rodgers off the bat. I understand all those sort of things. I think a lot of people are looking at it and saying, well, they got rid of Aaron Rodgers for Jordan Love, who has 1 start under his belt in 3 seasons with the Packers. And at the end of the day, you got to give him an opportunity to be successful. Don't turn the football over. Lean heavily in the running game on your defense and get your team into the end zone, and I think he'll be fine.
I strongly disagree with South Bell. I think the Lions are the favorite in this division. Absolutely. The Bears had the #1 pick in the draft. They had a #1 pick in the draft for a reason. That roster, while it's improved, is not nearly as good as the Green Bay Packers roster. Not nearly top to bottom as good as the Packers roster. I think Minnesota's the team that falls off a bunch because they lost a lot of talent, and I understand Flores being a big part of that addition defensively and the attacking style. I look at Green Bay and say this, and I've said this, Greeny, and you've heard me say it. If Jordan Love is average, this team is playing for a playoff spot in December. If he's average, if he's anything like a first-round pick should be, this is a playoff team.
I'm all in on Jordan Love because for my personal reasons, and also for one of the main reasons is because the team, the coach is all in. It's, Wisconsin, Green Bay, they all in. And it's, when I say we, I do act like I live there. So you'll hear that if we ask me any other kind of questions, and that comes out that way. So we have patience.
Yeah.
Yeah, we show that. We have patience, and also whatever it is about us, I swear I hate using this word, but if it's the culture.
Oh, the old culture word.
Yeah, if it's the culture, it works because the players end up having, and I ain't talking about Jordan Love, the players end up having patience as well. Aaron set before we knew how amazing he was going to be. Unless you watched him in school and at Cal, you knew he was going to be a dog. But other than that, he set. And if you watch the draft, Aaron's draft, Aaron had a problem with being drafted that late. So you, as a fan of football, you kind of you want to see what he was going to do when he get in the NFL. And it took 3 years.
Yeah.
For you to wait to see what he's going to do. So we have patience. And, and you didn't hear anything about him and, back and forth breast stories and all. You didn't hear nothing about that till pretty much way later.
We've been counted out since the beginning, since the season started. People been riding us off, saying we weren't going to be good, saying I won't be good, I won't be this. I think we continue to prove people wrong every day.
Dives into the end zone for the touchdown.
I'm confident in my ability.
Sensational throw and catch.
All I needed was opportunity. I knew that there would be no doubt in my mind once I got on that field, I was going to go out there and make plays.
Touchdown! And all you need is a little love.
He just makes play after play after play.
Battling and just blocking out all the noise that's out there. Obviously, our story's not done yet. We're still writing it.
Jordan Love has put on a masterful performance.
Now it's just turning into how we can continue to get better and go win as many games as possible and get that Super Bowl.
I said he's so sweet, I wanna the rapper. So I let it ride. Say I'm like a lollipop. She said I'm like a lollipop. Shout say I'm like a lollipop. She said I'm like a lollipop. Yeah. Bottles in the club. Yeah. Shawty wanna hug. Yeah. You know I like to touch and love you, lady. She like a lollipop. Shawty wanna hug. Bottles in the club. Shawty wanna hug. You know I like to touch and love you, lady. Come on, yeah. Okay, the mama had a swag like mine. She even wear a hurt on her back like mine. I make her feel right when it's wrong like mine. Man, she never had a lose like mine. But man, I ain't never seen a hurt like her. That in my had me lost for words. So I told her back it up like burp, burp. And I made that air jump like jerk, jerk. And that's when she say I'm look like a lollipop. Oh yeah, she say I'm like a lollipop, lollipop. She say I'm like a lollipop. Yeah, I like that. She say I'm like a lollipop, lollipop. Shawty wanna go, bottles in the club, bottles in the club. Shawty wanna hug, shawty wanna touch, shawty wanna, shawty wanna, shawty wanna thug. Bottles in the club, shawty wanna hug, you know I like to touch and love you. Back it up, can't stop, drop it, yeah. Drop it, drop it's hot. Yeah, drop it's hot. Drop it, don't stop. Shout to say the that she with ain't. Shout to say the that she with ain't this. Shout to say the that she with can't. But shout it, I'm a like I can't miss. And you can't do this, and you don't do that. Shout it, need a refund, need to bring that nigga back. Just like a refund, I make her bring that air back. And she bring that air back, because I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, shawty wanna look like a lollipop. Shawty say I'm look like a lollipop. She say I'm look like a lollipop. So I let the rapper like a lollipop. Shawty wanna bottles in the club. Shawty wanna sound like talking everything. Call me so I can make it for y'all. Call me so I can get it for y'all. Call me so I can make it for ya. Call me so I can get it for ya. Call me so I can make it for ya. Call me so I can get it for ya. Call me so I can make it for ya. Call me so I can get it for ya. Shout out love, bottles in the club. Shout out home, now I like to touch and I'm a lady. I get on I like that. Say, yeah, I like that. I said, yeah, I like that. Call me so I can come and do it for ya. Call me so I can come and prove it for ya. Call me so I can make it for ya. Call me so I can get it for ya. Shawty wanna lick like a lollipop. She say I'm like a lollipop. I'm saying he's so sweet, I don't want what you do. So I let her the rapper.
For Jordan Love, I mean, he had a great first week.
Yeah, you're looking at what's, again, everything is both context. What they're going to try to do, what they're going to try to attack. You know, if you're, you know, some of it's scheme, some of it's, you know, who's making, you know, the plays. I mean, you know, at the end of this, Aaron Jones is a hell of a football player. I took a screen, explosive, took a choice route, or whatever they're calling it, out of the backfield to the house. You know, those are, when you got explosive players, those are things that you concern you. I think Jordan did a great job. I think he's a smart player. I think he's been in that system. I think Matt and him clearly have a feel for each other. And like I said, it's a stable organization. They've got their way of doing things that it probably hasn't changed since JLove was back there smoking cigs in the training room with the guys back in the day. So, and it's, you know, it's worked. I mean, they've got to, if you go and look at it, and so I think it's a great challenge for us. We got a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, I just think it's, you know, he's connected on some of these throws, man. He's, you know, I feel like he's always been pretty poised, really. It just, you know, some of these connections they haven't been able to connect on some of these critical moments. I feel like he's, you know, he's making those. He's, he looks pretty composed. He's athletic enough. He's got a big arm talent. And you know, the run game has helped them with that as well, just for what they're able to do and what they want to do. So I would say they're executing. You know, he's executing. There's a lot. You know, and look, they're going to be pretty much what they're going to be. You know, Joe Barry's done a really good job. He's a hell of a coordinator, and he'll have a little something for us. He does for everybody, but they're going to play their style of defense and. Because they've been pretty good at it. I mean, they've got good personnel, and they do. They play good defense. They have all year. They have since he's been there. So, you know, we got to be ready. They move a lot. They stun a lot. There's enough pressure in there. You know, I mean, Gary's playing well. Clark is always a force in there. Quay Walker. I mean, these guys are, you know, Preston's doing a pretty good job over there. So. You know, it's a challenge like every week.
So it seems almost improbable. Took Denver forever to replace Elway. They had to go to the market and buy somebody, Peyton Manning. It's taken Miami ever to replace Marino. Finally, Tua, Mike McDaniel connect. Nobody has a great quarterback and then another great quarterback. And then another great quarterback in succession? The league doesn't work that way, except in Green Bay. Favre, Hall of Famer. Rodgers, great. I don't know if Jordan Love's a Hall of Famer, but we have to admit now, he is the quarterback of the future for Green Bay. They do it different in Green Bay. They draft him, they sit him, they develop him, they give him an offensive coach, let it bake. It pushes back on the conventional NFL methods, which is draft them, play them early, see if they've got it, bunch of mistakes, live through it, coaches get fired. If it doesn't work, get rid of them, draft another quarterback. NFL not for long. That's the rest of the league. Green Bay goes the other way. We're going to waste 3 years of that rookie salary. We don't care. We got to get it right. And Green Bay is very unique to begin with. They don't have an owner. They have a stadium right in the middle of a neighborhood. They don't get top free agents. They bizarrely rarely draft offensive players in the first round, but always have great offenses. It's very unique. I don't know how great he's going to be.
He can still be
there were
erratic.
10 weeks to go in the season when GM Brian Gutekunst basically said, we're not really sure about our quarterback.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty sure about their quarterback, don't
They're
you?
pretty sure right now. It's all about timing, right? The time he spent behind Aaron Rodgers, the time he spent trying to figure out who he is to this offense this season. And look at the last 9 games, 7-2 record, 21 touchdowns to just 1 interception. And of course, they have won 4 straight games. I mean, he did it all. He stood in the pocket, took some shots down the field, also used his leg to extend plays, and was throwing absolute dots all game long.
It was unbelievable.
So much build up to an opener. The Jordan Love era will get underway here in Chicago.
It's definitely been a long time coming for me. 3 years as a backup, just watching, learning, and growing. It feels good to be out there leading those guys and being out there playing with them finally and come away with the dub.
Snap to Love, looks the end zone, pump fakes, throws late, touchdown! Bootlegs right, he's got time, throws it back up, wide open, it's Musgrave, makes the catch, first and goal. Dobbs to the left side, Love throws the fade, Dobbs leaping grab left to the end zone, touchdown!
All offseason, I think our team's been slept on. And, it's just one of those things that we can't do anything about it until we go out there and prove it.
Jones up the middle, blasting to the end zone, touchdown! The Packers a resounding victory over their arch rivals, the Chicago Bears.
The Love era has indeed kicked off, and it's done so with a bang. In his first career start as QB1, Love pushed his squad to its 9th straight victory over the Bears, thanks to 3 scores through the air and an incredible 123 passer rating. It was certainly a long offseason to get to this point, but the Packers finally got the chance to show just how good they can be with Jordan Love at the helm.
There's a big-time belief in that locker room for Jordan Love. The guys, they're going to rally around him. They're excited for him. They love him. They respect him.
JLove.
Just being in the locker room with the guys, they're awesome. I was actually giving the game ball today. Those guys were just going crazy in there. So it's an awesome feeling for me. We got a great team. I love those guys.
Bring it up. Let's go.
Love is suddenly one of the hottest quarterbacks in the NFL. Since week 10, the guy's averaging 286 passing yards per game. That's top 5 in the NFL. His 10 passing touchdowns over that stretch trail only Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy. The guy's keeping damn good company. And more impressive than the raw numbers was the way Love kept rising to the moment. Patrick Mahomes is on the other sideline. And we are definitely at the point. Patrick Mahomes has to have a psychological effect on the teams he's playing. Every mistake can be magnified by the guy that's going to get the ball after you. And it looked like that was happening. You can feel yourself saying, here come the Chiefs. Instead, Jordan Love immediately answers, guiding the Packers on his own touchdown drive, 67 yards. The highlight, the 33-yard conversion on 4th and 1 to Romeo Dobbs, just drops it in a bucket. And I'm not exaggerating because, look, the broadcast said this too, so don't blame me, but looking very Rodgers-esque, the way that he's making trick shots, falling backward, changing his arm angle to avoid pressure. It's the best play of his young career, specifically the 4th and 1 throw to Romeo Dobbs.
So think about that. Why would he leave? The people are great. The fans are amazing. The stadium's full. He was famous, rich, and powerful. Green Bay doesn't have an owner. It's the most powerful quarterback in the league is a Packer quarterback. So he viewed, these guys don't quite get me. They're a little bit of an obstacle. And that's where we pivot now to Jordan Love. 65% of teams that score first in the NFL win. The magic sauce, the secret sauce for the Packers this year wasn't just their personnel. They became the best first quarter team in the league since week 9. In Jordan Love's first year of starting, their first quarter Jordan Love's passer rating the first quarter, 108. No first quarter picks. That's the scripted half of football. Aaron Rodgers' first quarter passer rating last year, 20 points lower, 88. 3 first quarter picks. Jordan Love was a significantly better first quarter quarterback this year than Aaron Rodgers, the Hall of Famer, was last year. The Packers had only 4 turnovers in the entire first half. the scripted half, lowest in the league. And that's a first-year starting quarterback and the youngest roster in the NFL. Last year, they were tied for 27th, 13 first-half turnovers. Again, the scripted quarter, the scripted half. Mahomes does his own thing, magically after half. But Mahomes follows a script in the first drive and maybe the second. Since week 9, Jordan Love and the Packers were plus 47. Best in the league, plus minus. Last year, entire season with Aaron, plus 1, middle of the pack. It was interesting watching the Packers. Aaron didn't leave for money. He didn't leave for power. And he didn't leave for fame. He left because at some level, he viewed Green Bay as a bit of an obstacle to his success. He was the obstacle. Green Bay became the best first quarter offense. They took the lead in Dallas. They put the pressure on San Francisco. The team that scores first wins almost 65% of the time. Aaron, as Greg Cosell has told us multiple times, audibles out. Aaron's out of successful plays. More of a jazz musician, going to his own beat. Certainly earned it. But it is interesting. When you watched Green Bay, especially from about week 8 and 9 on, we're taking the lead on people in the scripted half, allowing himself to be coached, allowing himself to be guided. Jordan Love did not view Matt LaFleur as an obstacle, but as an assistant to his success. Here's Matt wrapping up his season.
He had a hell of a year. Let's not look past that. He really did. Just to see the growth, the results speak for themselves, but the growth of him is just as the commander out there. He's an extension of us, and I thought the ownership that he showed, the leadership that he showed, was a great sign for us.
Us, he said 3 times. Us, collaborative, unified. Us. Be careful blaming. You, me, us are often the obstacle of our success.
Well, on this treacherous winter day, one Packers fan got a lovely birthday present. UW sophomore Lucy Karowski was back home in De Pere, Wisconsin for winter break a day after her birthday at about 4 o'clock. So today, she was coming out of her hair appointment right near Voyager Park. And just as she was trying to get her Nissan Rogue out of a snowdrift, she catches a glimpse of Packers QB Jordan Love turning around to help her.
He starts to walk towards my car and asks me if I'm okay. I said, I'm okay. I'm just stuck. And then he offered to help push. He had no hats on, no gloves, literally just his sweatsuit. Seems like he is a guy that was raised really well. I noticed he also had somewhere to be and also a place, hard roads to drive through, but he decided to turn around and help girl out.
Now, just to point this out, Lucy did say, she was like, no, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to have to worry about the game that's upcoming. Mm-hmm. So her hairstylist came out and actually helped both of them push. But it was just something so funny. She's like, we need you.
I mean, good for her for thinking about that, thinking about the scouting report, making sure QB1 is ready to go for Sunday.
Absolutely.
Give me the defense that you would like to face this Sunday if you were playing.
This Sunday in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
The defense I would want to play against?
Yeah.
I'd play against either defense, but I think we had a pretty good game against the Chiefs. So, I think going back, we'd like to see the Chiefs again. But, being a competitor, man, I'd want to see that Niners team just to, be able to prove that we could beat them.
Yeah, the Chiefs, that defense got really good at the end of the year. And it feels like we always talk about the Chiefs. We talk about Mahomes, Andy Reid, Kelsey, Taylor Swift, and then we get to the defense.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to talk about everybody. Yeah. There's a lot of things going on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, the thing about sometimes it's best that they're not talking about you if you're the Kansas City defense.
As their defense? Yeah, I mean, they got a really good defense. They do a lot of good things. I think, I mean, you got to talk about their defense when you talk about their team. That's a staple of their team, and they do a lot of good things. But like you said, they got a lot of big-time players over there, big-time names, Taylor Swift. So there's a lot of things to talk about. Yeah.
Like, show us how your growth, how you dissected the game, what you thought we were in. Obviously, made some great plays extending with your legs. What was your strategy, philosophy of how to break down our defense?
Yeah, man, I think the key for us going into the game was we needed to run the ball. Like, that was a huge thing. Obviously, we played y'all the year before, and I felt like we ran the ball pretty well. So just going against y'all, I'm not trying to talk, but y'all linebackers, I think y'all had a DB playing linebacker. I don't know, but like that was our goal, was to be able to run the ball, and it was going to set everything else up. And obviously, I think y'all biggest weapon is y'all pass rush. Great DBs over there too, but I feel like they rely on the pass rush. You know what I mean? When you got a great pass rush, you thinking the quarterback gonna get the ball out of his hands quick. And so we're able to take advantage of that by getting some chips on you, slow you down a little bit. D. Lawrence, slow him down a little bit.
The gift and the curse of a podcast. And Micah Parsons is doing a noble thing. I like his podcast altogether. Also, it's a curse because you get a chance to listen to the opposition on how they attacked, and they came in with a plan and they neutralized D-Law and they stopped and shut down Micah Parsons. The Cowboys went with the rollout of what they did against the Bills. Also, when you look at the biggest weakness of this team being linebacker, and Micah Parsons, even at his worst day, would have been better than a Marquise Bell, would have been better than a Damone Clark, would have been better than any of the linebackers on this particular team. And we could have got the same results from an edge rusher, from a Dante Fowler, from a Sam Williams, from a Dorrance Armstrong, because that's all Parsons was able to do, is to generate about 2 tackles in this game, 1 or 2 pressures. The Green Bay Packers knew the Cowboys' weakness more than the Cowboys did. And one of the things that you have to do in this game, in this sport, you got to know your weakness. And you got to strengthen your strength, of course, but you got to know your weakness. And the Cowboys didn't come up with a game plan. And I don't want to bring in Dan Quinn to sabotage, man, but God, dog, it's clear that the Green Bay Packers, they studied, they planned, they came in with a precise attack on how to defeat the Cowboys. Now, I wish Jordan Love would have flipped it on Micah Parsons and asked him, hey, man, what were y'all game plan in that game? What did you guys try to do from a defensive philosophy? I would love to know from that perspective, because at the end of the day, man, we look crazy out there and it's embarrassing. Right. So the Micah Parsons podcast show, man, it's a gift and a curse. It's one of those things where it's some of the things you don't want to hear, but you're going to sit back and listen. Shout out to him and the CeeDee Lamb post. I can't wait to talk about that. Shout out to Micah Parsons on this podcast. But, man, Jordan Love broke down where they attacked, and he pointed out, hey, man, y'all had DBs playing linebackers, and I knew that all we had to do is run the ball, and that's what we did the previous year, and they felt comfortable in your house. I can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we're going to talk about what my guy with the gold jacket said, that one of the greatest running backs of all time, Emmitt Smith. We're going to talk about what he said about these boys and everything down the stretch. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below, Cowboy Nation. I'm just going to say this once again. Man, we didn't plan. Oh, don't worry, because Mike Zim, he's going to make sure he have linebackers out there. We ain't going to be running DBs as linebackers for the 2024 season. DC for life, not for short. Let's get it. Salute.
24 hours, nigga, 7 days a week. Me, I don't get tired, I let you other niggas sleep. Turn up for that check and yeah, I get it out the streets. Hustle like I'm starving, going hard, I gotta eat. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, watch out, break my wrist. Make that water whip. Stretch it out and flip. I'm all up on my chill. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, watch out, break my wrist. Make that water whip. Stretch it out and flip. I'm all up on my chill. I get it out the
Turn
mud.
up in 2 seconds. Get it with music or coke when I'm stretching. Across the street under a bando and here with your hoe could get her to go fetch it. On the scale, but I call it a ruler, and that's what I'm using, my method of measure. Got it jumping up out of the pot and my clickety clucking surrounding my property. I meant to say my client ticketed. Numbers official ticketed. Out the mud, ain't nobody this shit for me. Arrogant, often I'm bigoted. All about money like what then got into me. Breaking down bricks and we blowing good crickety. Say you ain't feeling me, ought to try killing me. Neighborhood love me, it's hard to get rid of me. My baby mothers are sick of me. I put that dick on them, now they ridiculously saying that when I don't come in, I'm with a freak bitch. I've been chasing my paper religiously. Why really in the street others pretend to be? Let me get off of my grind and it's sealing me. No one to pity me, coming and getting me out of the mud, nigga. I'm the epitome.
24 hours, nigga, 7 days a week. Me, I don't get tired, I let you other niggas sleep. Turn up for that check and yeah, I get it out the streets. Hustle like I'm starving, going hard, I gotta eat. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, watch out, break my wrist. Make that water whip. Stretch it out and flip. I'm all up on my chill. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, watch out, break my wrist. Make that water whip. Stretch it out and flip. I'm all up on my chill. I get it out the mud.
Money got my flipping. I ain't waiting on nobody, I'ma go get it. I ain't dripping on a nigga, I'ma go real up. Somebody take something from me, I'ma go kill him. Trap booming hard and I'm serving out the window. Brother balled up with a curtain on the window. Face card worth a lot of bands in the hood. Had to lead a dice gang, got a bond out foot. Sunday coming up, pull the cars out, look. Nothing on the grass, I'm a girl called Nook. Bell, what the hell got all y'all shook? Pool hit the line in the draw. Blood went dry, had to take another route. Pulling up, getting it. I done went sickening. Drop no rip and a nigga gon' vouch. Another 4K just stuffed in the couch. Yeah. Promise I ain't try to swag, I just got a lot of that. Anybody try me, I'ma put them in a body bag. Follow that, copy that. Pounds in the garbage bag. Back in the backyard, leaving at the dropping that. Call them back, juke, no falling back. Quicker than I got it in, I done ran out of that. My demons bring people, my lip out, now I walk a shitting harder than a bitch. They gon' probably want all of that.
Hours, nigga, 7 days a week. Me, I don't get tired, I let you other niggas sleep. Turn up for that check and yeah, I get it out the streets. Hustle like I'm starving, going hard, I gotta eat. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, watch out, break my wrist. Make that water whip. Stretch it out and flip. I'm all up on my chill. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah. I get it out the mud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, watch out, break my wrist. Make that water whip. Stretch it out and flip. I'm all up on my chill. I get it out the mud.
I go on and on, can't understand how I last so long. I must have superpowers, rap 225,000 hours. Get a calculator, do the math. I made 1,000 songs that made you move your ass. And for the last 300 months, I made 16 albums with me on the front, and they bump. Where you get your beats? I heard 93 rappers say bitch like me. 2 singers and 10 comedians, and I'm still gon' yell it every time you see me in. What's my favorite word? Why they gotta say it like short? You know they can't play on my court, can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Where you get that from? Grab a mic, spit one, let me hit that blunt. Pimp C, 8-ball and MJG. Keep spitting that P to the IMP. Bun B, that's Texas, baby. Ballin' G, that's Memphis, baby. Short dog, that's Oakland, baby. Ain't nothing what you say. Short dog, fuck with UGK. Do you really wanna be like me? Spit game like Snoop and TIP. Pretty girls in the VIP, they came with Dre. They don't need ID. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Your mind is gone, your brain is blazed. You've been wide awake for the last 3 days, popping pills. It goes down for real. Don't stop, just keep rolling downhill. Crash and burn, can't stand, fall back. You're doing too much, you can't handle all that. Man, it's been way too long. Time to let the whole world play your songs. Like me, my shit gets around. Leave the country, come back and hit the town. I'm in Miami, New York, and ATL. Houston and LA, ask Dave Chappelle about my rich bitch. He got her from me and made $50 million. I'm proud of you, D. But I'm crazy, you don't wanna be like me. I come from East Oakland where the youngsters get hypey. Blow it. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Bitch. Too short. Up all night, baby. Album number 16. Y'all can't fuck with that.
QB1 Jordan Love. Jordan. I mean, let's just start with that. How does it feel to have the overwhelming support of this fan base?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, these are the best fans in football right here, and they're coming out and showing it every time. So,
now they say good things come to those who wait. You waited 3 years. What has that done for you?
it's built a lot of work, grind, and just building on how I can become a great NFL quarterback, and just building with my teammates that chemistry. And, everybody's ready for this season. We're excited to go out there and bring back some dubs.
Now, the offense performed very well tonight. You've been your toughest critic throughout this portion of training camp so far. What else do you hope to accomplish before training camp's over?
I think just keep building that chemistry with all the guys. Just continue working every day, offense versus defense. We're making each other better every day. We got good on good, and it's a lot of great work out there. So just keep building that, stacking these days going into the season.
And keep up the good work. Jordan Love, everybody.
I'm going to the top. I'm going to the top. Are you ready?